welcome to the Assay TV. Today I'm here on site at the One-to-One Mining Investment Sydney event, and we're talking with Simon Clarke, CEO and Director of American Lithium. So thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here, Amy. Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's kick off. If you could just give us a brief overview of American Lithium. Can you talk about the company and its projects?
Sure. So, American Lithium is a developer of lithium project in the Americas, lithium projects in the Americas. Our focus is a large claystone project in Nevada called TLC, second largest resource in the US on the claystone side, behind Thacker Pass, and a very similar flow sheet and approach to developing the project. And then we have a large hard rock project in Peru called Falchani. Different from a pegmatite, it's actually hosted in a volcanic glass, a volcanic tooth. And unlike traditional hard rock, rather than concentrating and then having to ship it to China or elsewhere, we actually produce a battery grade product through the flow sheet. So no need for any upgrading or refining, which makes it quite unique. At a time of critical minerals, both projects focus on high purity lithium projects that don't need to go offshore to be refined into end products. And then we also have a third project on the uranium side. For historic reasons, we are a lithium developer, but when we acquired Falchani, we also picked up what is the fourth largest undeveloped uranium project globally, and far and away the biggest deposit in South America called Macusani.
Okay, interesting. And so last month, American Lithium announced a new lithium discovery in southeastern Peru. Can you give us some highlights of this discovery and what we can look forward to?
Yeah, so it's a little different. It's about 5 or 6 kilometers away from the main Falchani deposit. We've always had this thesis that this plateau, which is 40 kilometers by 60 kilometers, a very big piece of land, we've always had a thesis that there'll be multiple deposits. And so I think this drilling we've done validates that. We found a really intriguing, it's a different style of mineralization from Falchani itself in terms of where the lithium is hosted, but it's huge. I mean, the thickness of what we found is about 225 meters thick, so massive. Somewhat lower grades than Falchani itself, which is typically 3,000 to 5,000 ppm. This would be more in the 2,000 ppm range. But the potential exists to pre-concentrate and increase that head grade further, and it seems to be very amenable to acid leaching. So we're pretty excited. It could be a really, really large discovery.
Absolutely, sounds good. And so American Lithium is also focused on the development of your TLC Lithium Claystone project. Can you give us any updates on that? You recently announced some refining of the PEA flow sheet. Can you give us some sense of the number for this and what it means for the company overall?
Sure. I mean, like I said, it has a lot of similarities to Lithium America's Thacker Pass asset. With the work we've been doing in recent time is building on the economic study that we released in February. We're about halfway through a PFS, so we've been doing more drilling to add to the resource and high grade it further, and that's gone well. And we are now going to refine the flow sheet, focusing on more efficient pre-concentration and reducing lithium losses as we go through the flow sheet. So we're very comfortable with the flow sheet we have, but we can refine it further to reduce the amount of acid we use, bring down the op costs further, but also increase the lithium purity. We're now at the point with the purity that we produce through the flow sheet that we're at or around battery grade, which is great. Again, it means we don't need to send it offshore for refining and upgrading. So lots of really positive developments on all assets.
Oh, absolutely. It sounds like it. So thanks for joining me here today at the Assay, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Pleasure to be here, and it's always great to be at these events.
Thanks.
Thank you.